Welcome to Eaton and Luff TV. Today's episode is a unique event. It's actually the Yokohama ADVAN World Time Attack coming to you from Sydney Motorsport Park, or formerly Eastern Creek Raceway. What's Time Attack all about? Very simply, the fastest car wins over one flying lap. So it's not like endurance racing. These cars are purpose-built, and we've got lots of people from all parts of the world coming to compete. Let's see what it pans out like.
We're going to try to side, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we are at the 2012 World Time Attack Championships here at Sydney Motorsport Park, and it's my great honour to drive this beast that I'm standing in front of, Project Nemo. This car's been 2 years in the making, and Chris Eaton, who's the owner of the car, has given me the honour of driving it here. And so far we've done a 25.7 here, which has absolutely blown the competition out of the water. Last year the fastest time was a 28.9, but the circuit's been a bit resurfaced since then, but we're really happy with what we've done, and we know that there's still more to come with the car. But it's a great honour. It's such an amazing event. It's so different to obviously the normal racing that I do, but World Time Attack is a fantastic event. We can't wait to come back next year. What's the inspiration behind the cars?
The inspiration for the car came from that a couple of years ago, a couple of my mates came down to World Time Attack, and it was an event that they just fell in love with, and I thought, well, I had to be here.
Yep.
And then I sat down one day and was thinking about it, thought, well, if I had to do a car, what would I want to achieve from it? And the real simple thing I want to achieve out of the car would be that in 2 or 3 years' time, when my son walks into school and he's playing on his PlayStation or his PSP, and his mate comes over and says, what are you doing? He says, I'm playing Gran Turismo. And he says, oh, what car are you driving? He says, I'm driving my dad's. And that's it. If that happens, I've achieved everything that I set out. You can put all your other goals up, but that really sums it up for me.
Fantastic. Well, I think looking at how good the car is and how quick it's gone today, I think that goal is soon going to be realised.
In 2007, ADVAN became Yokohama's premium global brand. We launched 2 tyres then, and ADVAN was only a tread pattern. And in 2008, we started to support Superlap. And that's when we realised the Japanese scene was very strong in Australia with all the modified Evos and Subarus, and people actually knew what ADVAN was because ADVAN cars in Japan were being featured in Australian magazines. So we thought, well, wonder if we turn it not just from a tyre pattern, we turn it into a standalone brand, Yokohama's premium brand in Australia, and we're related to the Japanese car scene. If we can make it a good, exciting, popular brand, which washes back on Yokohama and makes it more modern. And lo and behold, World Time Attack, Yokohama sponsors with ADVAN Pro Class. It's a pretty famous brand now. People love it. The ADVAN website actually gets more hits than the Yokohama website now, and it's pretty stylish. I mean, have a look around. It's a really great brand to be part of now.
Warren, your impressions of World Time Attack and the Project Nemo?
Look, this car is just unbelievable. It's like nothing else I've ever driven before. The aerodynamic grip is just so hard to sort of get your head around it to begin with. It's so fast through the corners, like nearly 3 Gs coming onto the straight, 230k an hour through turn 1. It's unbelievable and such a privilege to be a part of.
Now those G-forces you said about nearly 3 Gs coming onto the main straight there, I mean, like, that's getting up around where close to Formula 1.
Look, it's an absolute attribute to all the guys that have been involved in the car. There was a lot of work went into getting the aerodynamics right, and a lot of people, when they saw photos of it, are very critical of the aero design, saying, oh, it won't work. But I think the proof's been in the pudding, and I think we've definitely set the benchmark for what World Time Attack cars will be in the future.
Now, the final lap, which is obviously the most important one, you're really trying. What was the time you ended up with?
Ended up with a 25.02, so it was one of those things that was almost a 24. We had a little bit of a problem with the car coming through the last few corners, which cost us a few tenths, because on the dash going up into the last 3 corners, it was on for a 24.7. So the car has definitely got potential to run at a mid 24, and with another 12 months of development, I think it'll definitely do 23s.
So if we put that into perspective in real outright terms, what could you expect with the new generation V8 supercars? What's the expectation? Because they're going to be racing here very shortly.
Yeah, look, the V8 supercars are back here in 2 weeks with improvements in the circuit. There's obviously been a slight change in the design of the circuit up into turn 6 and 7. There's been a little bit more resurfacing work since V8s were here last time. Look, I think on the soft tyre, I think somewhere in a low 28, we'll probably see a V8 supercar.
Gee,
so
that's awfully fast. So you're down in 25, so you're talking about 3.5 seconds faster than a current front-running V8 supercar.
Yeah.
I think what was amazing, a lot of people said to me, the old Formula 3 wings and slicks, they're only running sort of like 25. So to be thinking you're that quick, I mean, that's a bit of a testament to the team.
Oh, it is, and that's where a lot of the inspiration for the aerodynamics has come from. It's come from an open wheeler sort of background, and we've really tried to apply a lot of the philosophies of open wheeler cars to what we've got here at World Time Attack. And as I said, the proof's been in the pudding. I think the team have done a fantastic job, and as I said, with another 12 months of development in the car, who knows what we could do.
I don't know if you know this, but I was actually speaking to the designer of the aero package, and he actually made it off a model car, and he's got a small wind tunnel. Everything is relative, so the design that you drove came out of a micro car and a mini wind tunnel with a sensational result.
Absolutely, but it just goes to show that it wasn't. There was no guesswork in what we're trying to achieve here. There was a lot of applied science and a lot of design thought that went into the final product, and yeah, I couldn't be happier.
Now, the $64,000 question, people have been coming up to me saying the Japanese are renowned for World Time Attack. They invented the whole process. It's a bit like Usain Bolt. It's a sprint. there's some talk that the car might be considered to go to Japan.
It'd be fantastic to take an Australian built, Australian designed and Australian engineered car and take it to Japan, take it to Scuba, which is the home of World Time Attack. It's where the sport first got invented, and the Japanese are so renowned for it. So I think to be able to take Project Nemo, take it to Japan and give them a smack in their own backyard would be something very special.
Awesome. Now finally, Andy McElroy, the Porsche genius and all that. What's he had to do with Project Nemo?
Look, Andy and all his guys at McElroy Racing have really been responsible for the finishing of the car, to getting it all together and getting it to where it is now, and it's a real credit to those guys. Realistically, the car only hit the track in anger for the first time on Wednesday this week, so some 72 hours ago was the first time we drove the car at speed to see what its balance was like, and to be honest, we've made very little changes to the car. We've made a few subtle spring changes and a few little aerodynamic tweaks, but it's a full credit to those guys. They've done a fantastic job, and can't speak highly enough of them.
Okay, on the humorous side of things, if you did get your bags packed and you went to Japan, you mentioned the scuba circuit. Well, I've actually raced twice at the scuba circuit, so should I pack my bags just in case you can't make it?
I'm pretty sure I'm free that weekend. I don't know what the date is, but I've already got it locked in and I'm free.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Well, there you have it. That's the conclusion to the Yokohama ADVAN World Time Attack Series here at Sydney Motorsport Park. What a great result for Team Nemo, and particularly Warren Luff, #1. Great result. Well, look, I've got to do work. That's all we've got for Ian Luff TV. So Stewie Nichols behind the camera. You better get to your office and make it pay. See you next time.